It started with a scream. A real one. Sharp, short, echoing through the laughter of kids running door to door for candy. At first, everyone thought it was part of the Halloween fun, but on our street, it wasn't. My name's Daniel. Last Halloween was the first time in 10 years our town brought back trick-or-treating. It had been banned after something bad happened in 2013. Nobody liked to talk about it. But that night, everyone pretended it never happened. Costumes, lights, candy everywhere. My little sister, Ellie, had been waiting all week. She was 9, dressed as a witch. Black hat, orange dress, plastic pumpkin bucket in hand. Mom told me to take her door to door. I didn't want to, but I said yes. The air was cold, our breath fogging up. Pumpkins glowed on porches. Kids shouted across the street. Everything felt alive again. Until we reached the end of the street. That's where the old Lambert house stood. Dark, empty, falling apart. The windows were boarded up. No lights, no sound. Ellie tugged my sleeve and pointed. There was a bowl of candy sitting on the front steps. No sign of anyone. No note. Just candy. All red wrappers. One kind. Ellie ran up before I could stop her. "Trick or treat," she said, and grabbed a handful. When she came back, she unwrapped one and popped it in her mouth. She frowned. "Tastes funny." "Then spit it out," I told her. She did. The half-melted candy hit the sidewalk, sticky and dark. The color wasn't red anymore. It was brownish black. It dripped, like blood. "Gross," I muttered, kicking it away. She asked if she could keep the rest. I said no, but she hid one in her pocket anyway. We got home around 9. Mom was handing out candy. Everything felt safe again. But Ellie wasn't feeling good. She said her stomach hurt. I thought it was too much sugar. Then she whispered something strange. "Danny, that candy wasn't sweet. It was cold. Like metal," I laughed. "You're just tired." But she didn't laugh. Her lips looked redder than before. Too red. Later that night, I heard a soft thump in the hallway. When I looked out, Ellie was standing there. She was holding her pumpkin bucket. It was full, overflowing with candy. But I had thrown half of it away earlier. "They gave me more," she said quietly. My chest tightened. "Who?" "The people from the red house." "You mean the Lambert house?" She nodded. "They knocked on my window." My heart stopped. "Ellie, what are you talking about?" "They said I have to share." She reached into the bucket and pulled out one of those red candies. I hadn't seen her bring any home. "Where did you get that?" I asked. "They said if you want to taste it, you have to listen first." Before I could stop her, she unwrapped it. The smell hit me, coppery and raw. She held it up to her ear and whispered, "They're still hungry." Then she put it in her mouth. I shouted, "Stop!" But it was too late. Her eyes rolled back. She started choking. I ran to get Mom, but when we came back, Ellie was gone. The window was open. The curtains fluttered. Outside, the yard was empty, except for a trail of red wrappers leading toward the woods. The police searched for days. Dogs, flashlights, everything. No sign of Ellie. The only thing they found was her pumpkin bucket, sitting at the edge of the woods, full of candy. Every single piece was wrapped in red. They sent it to a lab. A week later, they said it wasn't candy at all. Just hardened sugar mixed with animal blood. No fingerprints, no brand. After that, people started whispering again about what happened in 2013. Back then, kids in town got sick from Halloween candy. Most got better. But one boy, Luke Lambert, didn't. He died that night. His parents disappeared the same evening. Their house had been empty ever since. Some said they still walked the woods every Halloween, leaving candy for a new child. Some said they were looking for playmates for their son. I didn't believe that, until last Halloween, exactly 1 year after Ellie disappeared. I was sitting alone in the living room when I heard a soft tapping on the window. 3 knocks. Slow. Careful. I turned. A small handprint marked the glass, smudged red. Then a faint voice. A child's voice. "Danny, come outside. I brought you candy." My blood ran cold. "Ellie?" The voice whispered again. "You didn't get to taste it last time." I ran to the door and looked out through the peephole. Nothing, just fog. Then movement. A small figure at the edge of the yard. A little witch hat. An orange dress. Ellie. She smiled up at me, holding out her pumpkin bucket. The red candies inside glistened under the streetlight. Her lips were dark, almost black. "Take one," she said softly. I whispered, "Ellie, please." She tilted her head. "They said if you don't eat, they'll come feed you themselves." Behind her, 2 tall shapes appeared in the shadows. A man and a woman. One with long gray hair, the other in a torn suit. Pale faces, black eyes. Watching me. Ellie smiled wider. "They're hungry, Danny." I slammed the door, locked it, called the police again. When they came, they found nothing. No footprints, no bucket, no candy. But the next morning, something waited on our kitchen table. A single red-wrapped candy. Wet. Dripping. They say every Halloween the Lamberts leave candy for another child. And if you take it, they take something from you in return. Your warmth. Your breath. Your blood. So if you ever see a bowl of red candy sitting alone on Halloween night, don't touch it. Because once you taste it, it remembers you. And next Halloween, it comes back. Still hungry. Tell us in the comments. Would you dare taste the candy that bled red?